Open. Scene opens to the Bob Martinez Sports Center in Tampa, Florida. The crowd is buzzing as the broadcast kicks off. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of Championship Wrestling from Florida. Tonight, we kick things off with Rocky King taking on the rugged and dangerous Outlaw Ron Bass, who's accompanied by Sir Oliver Humperdink. Humperdink's army has been causing havoc throughout Florida. With the likes of Bass, Bob Orton, Florida heavyweight champion Dory Funk Jr., and the Sheepherders in his corner, Humperdink is shaping his group into one of the most feared factions we've seen in a long time. Outlaw Ron Bass vs. Rocky King. There's the bell and we are underway. Rocky King, full of energy, circles the big man. Bass lunges in, but King ducks under and grabs the arm, wrenching it with a crisp arm wringer. Nice counter by Rocky King. He's applying pressure to that arm early on. Smart move. He's trying to take some power away from Bass by focusing on the arm. If Bass can't swing that lariat or deliver the heart punch, Rocky might have a chance. King follows up with a sleeper hold, locking in tight. King transitions to a sleeper hold, and this could be a turning point if he can wear the big man down. Look at Bass struggling. He's trying to shake him off, but King has it cinched in tight. Bass stumbles but eventually reaches the ropes, forcing a break. King continues pressing the advantage with a forearm smash. Rocky King staying on top of his opponent, forearm smash connects. Bass looks a little staggered. Bass counters with a sudden front facelock, grounding King. And just like that, Bass uses his power to slow things down. This is where Bass is most dangerous. Absolutely. Once Bass gets you on the mat, it's difficult to escape his grasp. King fights back, delivering a picture-perfect dropkick that sends Bass stumbling into the corner. Bass is reeling. Humperdink looks nervous on the outside. Bass rolls out of the ring for a breather, but King stays on him, grabbing his arm and applying another wringer. King isn't giving Bass any time to regroup, applying that arm wringer once again. That's smart wrestling, but Humperdink is right there, and you know he's going to get involved sooner or later. Moments later, Bass finally gains the upper hand with a brutal thumb to the throat. Oh, a blatant thumb to the throat by Bass. That's the equalizer right there. Classic Bass, he isn't shy about bending the rules. And the referee, Bill Alfonso, didn't catch it. Bass hoists King up and delivers a thunderous walking power slam. Power slam. That could be all she wrote. Bass is going for the cover. 1, 2, no. King manages to kick out. Humperdink climbs onto the apron, barking orders to Bass. Sir Oliver Humperdink is inserting himself into the match now. You can bet he has a few tricks up his sleeve. Bass attempts another maneuver, but King counters with a hip toss, sending Bass sprawling. Nice reversal by Rocky King. He's showing tremendous heart tonight. Humperdink, sensing Bass is in trouble, slides a chair toward the ring. Bass delivers a crushing smash with the chair behind the referee's back and covers King. No! The referee didn't see it, Bass with the cover. King is out cold after that shot. There's the 3 count, and this one is over. The bell rings, and Humperdink raises Bass's hand in victory. Ron Bass, with the help of Sir Oliver Humperdink, steals a victory here tonight. King gave it everything he had, but when you're dealing with Humperdink's army, you need to keep eyes in the back of your head. Humperdink and Bass exit, Bass taunting the crowd while King recovers in the ring. A valiant effort by Rocky King, but ultimately, Ron Bass walks away victorious. Stay tuned, folks, there's plenty more action to come tonight on Championship Wrestling from Florida. Winner, Outlaw Ron Bass, weapon usage. Jack Brisco vs. King Curtis Iaukea. Scene transitions back to the Bob Martinez Sports Center. The lights dim, and unsettling music plays as Kevin Sullivan leads King Curtis Iaukea to the ring in an elaborate, sinister ritual. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure what to make of this. Kevin Sullivan and King Curtis Iaukea making their way to the ring in what can only be described as some sort of dark ritual. Sullivan's army of darkness continues to cast a long shadow over championship wrestling from Florida. This is pure intimidation. Sullivan is a master manipulator, and King Curtis is as dangerous and unpredictable as they come. Look at that noose Sullivan is carrying, it's unsettling, to say the least. Sullivan parades around the ring, holding the noose high as Iaukea glares out at the crowd, baring his teeth. Jack Brisco's music hits, and the crowd erupts. And here comes Jack Brisco. He is all business tonight. He's stepping into the ring with one of the most dangerous men in Sullivan's stable. Brisco knows what he's walking into. He's dealt with monsters before, but the unpredictability of Sullivan at ringside adds an entirely different element to this match. Brisco climbs into the ring, never taking his eyes off Iaukea and Sullivan. The bell rings. First lockup Brisco takes control with a quick small package. And Brisco wasting no time. A small package attempt right out of the gate. Brisco trying to catch Iaukea off guard and put this one away quickly, but King Curtis powers out. Brisco follows with a series of elbow smashes, driving Iaukea into the corner. Elbow smash after elbow smash. Brisco keeping the pressure on, not giving King Curtis an inch of breathing room. That's the key. You can't let King Curtis get rolling, or it turns into a brawl, and that's where he thrives. Iaukea staggers, but Sullivan barks orders from ringside. Brisco keeps up the attack with stiff forearms. Brisco is relentless tonight. He's keeping Curtis grounded, and you can see Sullivan's frustration building on the outside. Sullivan knows Brisco's game plan. If Curtis stays down, Sullivan loses that psychological advantage. Sullivan hops onto the apron, waving the noose menacingly. Wait a minute, what's Sullivan doing with that noose? He's got no business up there. This could spell trouble for Brisco. Sullivan is unpredictable, we've seen him interfere time and time again. Iaukea rallies briefly with clubbing blows, but Brisco reverses, dropping him with a snap suplex. Sullivan slides the noose into the ring. Oh no! Sullivan just slid that noose into the ring. This is despicable. That's Sullivan's way, no rules, no morals. He's as dangerous outside the ring as his men are inside it. Brisco locks in the figure four leglock, cinching it tight as Iaukea writhes in pain. Sullivan, in desperation, loops the noose around Brisco's neck and begins to pull from the outside. Wait a minute. Sullivan's trying to choke the life out of Jack Brisco. This is absolutely outrageous. Bill Alfonso's distracted. He doesn't see it, but Brisco's not letting go. Brisco wrenches back even harder, refusing to break the figure four despite Sullivan's choke attempt. Look at the determination on Jack Brisco's face. Despite the choke, he's holding on to that figure four. King Curtis is in agony. I don't know how long he can withstand it. Iaukea thrashes around, but the pain is too much. He taps out as Sullivan continues pulling the noose. He tapped. King Curtis Iaukea has tapped out. Jack Brisco wins, but Sullivan's still choking him. Bill Alfonso finally notices the noose and forces Sullivan to release it. Brisco gasps for air as the referee raises his hand in victory. Jack Brisco emerges victorious, but what a disgusting display by Kevin Sullivan. He tried everything to take Brisco out tonight. Brisco's tough as nails. That's the heart of a champion. Even with that noose around his neck, he didn't break the hold. Brisco stands tall, glaring at Sullivan as the army of darkness retreats. One thing's for certain, this war between Brisco and Sullivan is far from over. Brisco got the win, but Sullivan will not take this lightly. This is just the beginning. You can bet that noose will show up again. Brian Blair vs. Barry Horowitz. Scene opens with B. Brian Blair making his entrance to cheers from the Tampa crowd. Barry Horowitz, now wrestling under his real name after a stint as Jack Hart, struts to the ring, adjusting his elbow pads and showing off for the audience. Welcome back to Championship Wrestling from Florida, folks. Up next, we've got a returning favorite, B. Brian Blair, making his way back to Florida rings after some time away. Across the ring from him, Barry Horowitz, a competitor who's hoping that wrestling under his own name will turn around his, well, less than stellar win-loss record. Barry Horowitz has talent, but sometimes that just isn't enough. Blair is a seasoned veteran, and I expect him to test Horowitz from bell to bell. Referee Bill Alfonso signals for the bell. Horowitz immediately locks up with Blair, slipping into a tight headlock. Quick headlock by Horowitz. He's trying to keep Blair grounded early. Good strategy. Blair's quick on his feet, so slowing him down is key. Horowitz drops Blair with a leg drop, staying on top with aggressive offense. Horowitz is surprising us here. A textbook leg drop, and Blair is momentarily stunned. Credit where it's due, Horowitz is taking control early, but let's see if he can keep it up. Blair fires back, scooping Horowitz up and slamming him hard to the mat with a body slam. And just like that, Brian Blair turns the tide. That body slam rattled the ring. Blair eventually locks in the figure four leg lock. Horowitz taps out after a brief struggle. A successful return for Brian Blair here tonight. No DQ. Ron Garvin and gorgeous Jimmy Garvin vs. The Army of Darkness. Scene transitions back to the Bob Martinez Sports Center. Kevin Sullivan and Purple Haze are already in the ring, as eerie music echoes through the arena. Sullivan's unsettling ritual has the crowd visibly uncomfortable. This is going to be an all-out war. Kevin Sullivan, along with the monstrous Purple Haze, has been fixated on tormenting Jimmy Garvin for weeks. And now, Ron Garvin has arrived to stand beside his brother and even the odds. Sullivan's obsession with Precious has gone beyond professional rivalry. It's personal. And when Sullivan makes things personal, it's dangerous for everyone involved. Ronnie and Jimmy Garvin make their entrance to a thunderous ovation. The Garvins storm the ring, not waiting for the bell to sound. The Garvins aren't wasting any time. They're going right after Sullivan and the Purple Haze. They know what's at stake here. There's no rules tonight, this is no disqualification, and Sullivan's devious mind thrives in this kind of environment. The bell rings as all four men immediately brawl. It's complete chaos already. All four men exchanging blows, referee Bill Alfonso might as well take the night off. Jimmy Garvin sends Sullivan over the ropes, and Ron Garvin takes Purple Haze down with a perfectly timed mule kick. The Garvins are firing on all cylinders. You can see the frustration in Sullivan's eyes. He didn't expect the Garvins to dominate so quickly. Sullivan regroups and re-enters the ring, catching Jimmy Garvin with a shoulder breaker. The tide begins to shift. That's Sullivan's game. Grind you down, target the joints, and keep the pressure on. And the longer this goes, the more Purple Haze becomes a factor. As the Garvins attempt to rally, Sullivan uses the distraction to land a kidney kick behind the referee's back. Oh no, a blatant low blow followed by that kidney kick from Sullivan. Ron Garvin is down. That's how Sullivan operates. He waits for the right moment to strike, even if it's underhanded. Sullivan's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Sullivan steals the victory. Brisco tried to even the odds, but Sullivan's devious tactics secured the win. After the match, Sullivan and Purple Haze continue the assault on the Garvins, but Brisco slides into the ring, causing Sullivan to retreat. Sullivan may have won the battle tonight, but with Jack Brisco standing tall alongside the Garvins, this war is far from over. NWA Florida Tag Team Championship. The Fabulous Ones vs. the Sheepherders. Scene cuts back to the ring at the Bob Martinez Sports Center, with the Florida Tag Team titles on the line. The Sheepherders, Butch Miller and Luke Williams, stand menacingly in one corner, while the Fabulous Ones, Stan Lane and Steve Kieran, rally the crowd from the opposite side. This next contest is for the Florida Tag Team Championship. The Sheepherders, a brutal and relentless tag team, are set to challenge the reigning champions, the Fabulous Ones. This is a rivalry that has ignited arenas across the state. The Fabs look as sharp as ever. They've held those titles with pride, and if they come out on top, I wouldn't be surprised to see them start knocking on the door for US or even World Tag Team Gold. Right away, the Sheepherders are up to their usual antics. Double-teaming Lane in the early going. They've got that divide-and-conquer strategy down to a science. If they isolate Lane or Kieran, it could be trouble. Stan Lane counters, taking Butch Miller down with an arm drag and tagging in Steve Kieran. And here comes Steve Kieran, the fresh man. Kieran with a monkey flip on Miller. Tremendous elevation. That's how you take control. The Fabulous Ones are all about quick tags and keeping the pressure on. Stan Lane reverses a DDT from Butch Miller, scoring the pin. Lane reverses the DDT. Arm drag takedown, beautiful counter by Stan Lane. Lane with the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The Fabulous Ones retain the Florida Tag Team titles. What a performance by the Fabs. They're sending a message tonight, and I think it's loud and clear. They're ready for the next level. Winner, Stan Lane, Flash Pinfall.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the National Wrestling Alliance World Television Championship.
NWA World Television Title Match. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert vs. Tully Blanchard. Gordon Soley. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is a scheduled television title defense as Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert puts his championship on the line against one of the most dangerous men in the sport today, Tully Blanchard. Buddy Colt and Gordon, let's not forget who's at ringside. Wherever Tully Blanchard is, Baby Doll is never far behind. You have to think she could be a factor in this match.
Introducing the challenger from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 200.
NWA World Television Title Match. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert vs. Tully Blanchard. Gordon Solie, ladies and gentlemen, up next is a scheduled television title defense as Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert puts his championship on the line against one of the most dangerous men in the sport today, Tully Blanchard. Buddy Colt and Gordon, let's not forget who's at ringside. Wherever Tully Blanchard is, Baby Doll is never far behind. You have to think she could be a factor in this match. Gordon Solie. Oh, come on now. The match hasn't even started yet, and Blanchard, with Baby Doll's help, is ambushing the champion before the bell. Buddy Colt Blanchard isn't wasting any time, Gordon. This was never about a fair fight. Gordon Solie, despicable. There's no call for this, and referee Bill Alfonso is trying to regain some order here. Buddy Colt. Look at Blanchard, Gordon. He's like a shark in the water. This isn't about winning the title, this is about making a statement. Gordon Solie, no. Don't do this. Blanchard drives Gilbert down with a sickening thud, leaving him sprawled on the floor. Gordon Solie, oh my word. Eddie Gilbert has been absolutely devastated by that piledriver on the floor. He's motionless, and there's no way he can continue. Buddy Colt, that's a career-shortening move, Gordon. Gilbert may not even make it to his feet tonight. The referee calls for the bell, ruling Gilbert unable to compete. Tully Blanchard smirks and continues to pummel Gilbert inside the ring. Gordon Solie and Blanchard, look at the arrogance. Buddy Colt. That's Blanchard for you. This wasn't about a match, this was about humiliation. Blanchard and Baby Doll make their way to the announcer's podium, where Solie is standing with microphone in hand. Gordon Solie, I have to ask, Tully, what was the meaning behind this attack? You didn't even let the match start. Tully Blanchard, smirking. Gordon, that was a message. Eddie Gilbert thinks he's the hottest thing going, but I wanted to remind him, and everyone else, exactly who runs this place. Blanchard adjusts his ring jacket as Baby Doll smiles behind him. Tully Blanchard, and Gilbert, if he somehow drags himself to Daytona Beach for NWA 408, I'll be waiting. I've already got an open contract sitting in Eddie Graham's office for a steel cage match for that TV title. No more sneak attacks. No more running. Just me, Gilbert, and 4 solid steel walls. Baby Doll, grinning, we finish what we started. Simple as that. Blanchard and Baby Doll turn and walk off, leaving Solie shaking his head. Gordon Solie, well, there you have it, folks. Blanchard lays down the challenge, a steel cage match at NWA 408. If Eddie Gilbert recovers in time, he may just find himself locked inside with one of the most dangerous men in professional wrestling today. Buddy Colt, Gordon, I don't know if Gilbert is in any condition to even make it to Daytona. That piledriver may have put him on the shelf for a long time. Winner, Tully Blanchard. Center of the ring. Gordon Solie, this promises to be a technical masterpiece. 2 of the finest scientific wrestlers to ever lace up the boots. Backlund attempts an early suplex, but Funk counters, driving Backlund to the mat with a picture-perfect piledriver. Buddy Colt, Funk's wasting no time. That piledriver could have ended things right there. Gordon Solie, Funk knows he can't allow Backlund to dictate the pace. He's staying aggressive, as he should. Funk targets the legs. Champion powers out. countering into his patented chicken wing submission. Gordon Solie, and there's the chicken wing. Backlund wasting no time going for the submission, but Funk manages to hold on. Backlund continues the assault, hitting a monkey flip, sending Funk rolling across the canvas. Buddy Colt, this is why Backlund is so dangerous. His combination of power and technical skill is second to none. Gordon Solie in no wasted motion, Buddy. Every move from Backlund serves a purpose. Around the 12-minute mark, Humperdink climbs onto the apron, causing Alfonso to momentarily lose focus. As Backlund prepares to lock in a hammerlock, Humperdink shoves him, but Backlund maintains composure and continues applying pressure. Gordon Solie, Humperdink up to his usual antics. And the referee's attention diverted. Buddy Colt, he's trying to create an opening for Funk, but Backlund's not letting up. Funk catches Backlund with a swinging neckbreaker, but Backlund counters moments later with a powerful reverse backbridge, keeping the momentum on his side. Gordon Solie, what an exchange! This has been a back-and-forth chess match between two of the best. As the match reaches the final stretch, Humperdink attempts to strike Backlund with a chair. Funk capitalizes with a body slam, but Backlund kicks out just before the 3 count. Gordon Solie, that was close. Funk almost pulled off the upset, but Backlund's resilience cannot be understated. With just over a minute remaining, Backlund reverses a piledriver attempt and transitions into a hammerlock, forcing Funk to the mat. Buddy Colt, beautiful counter. Backlund's got him locked in tight. Gordon Solie. And the referee counts 1, 2, 3. That's it. Bob Backlund has won this grueling encounter. Backlund raises his hand in victory, while Funk slowly rolls out of the ring, holding his shoulder as Humperdink berates the referee. That's our show, everyone. Here are the results of tonight's TV card. Next show, Southern Professional Wrestling House Show. NWA 408 at the Daytona Civic Center. Main event. Magnum TA challenges Bib Backlund for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Tully Blanchard will face Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert in a steel cage match. And much more.